Welcome back, everyone. So let's be honest. When you think of the greatest Disney movie ever, The Emperor's New Groove probably isn't the first thing that comes to mind. But in all honesty, it should be. It doesn't have sweeping romances, it doesn't come packed with musicals or even have a princess in it. But it doesn't need any of that to really be great. Because what it does have is chaos, comedy, character, and a lot of heart. And it comes perfectly crammed and packaged for us in a 78-minute animated brilliant ride. So today, for those of you who don't think that this is the greatest Disney movie ever, I'm going to go into why it is a masterpiece and kind of try to give you my background to persuade you into changing that opinion. And to really understand why this movie is so special, you've got to understand where it comes from originally and its entire background. The movie wasn't supposed to be this comedy at all. It started as a grand musical adventure called Kingdom of the Sun. Think Prince and the Pauper by Mark Twain, but with llamas, and Sting writing the soundtrack. And yeah, I do mean that Sting. But after some time, the story wasn't working. The production became a mess, directors clashed on opinions, and animators were burned out. The movie was behind schedule and way over budget. Disney executives stepped in and basically said, we're going to scrap the whole idea. But instead of quitting entirely, the team pivoted. They ditched the songs, rewrote the plot, and leaned hard into the comedic buddy road trip idea. What came out of the chaos? Iconic movie Emperor's New Groove. A completely different idea, made under the pressure of time constraints, like a diamond made out of coal, that somehow turned into a timeless comedy that to this day makes me laugh. It was a creative Hail Mary, and they managed to catch that ball, get it into the end zone at crunch time, and create a masterpiece. So what makes this movie so funny? It's the fact that it never tries to be anything other than itself.
No! You threw off my groove!
I'm sorry, but you've thrown off the Emperor's groove.
It's not chasing any awards or Oscar baiting with big emotional arcs. It's just funny, point blank. Relentlessly funny, as a matter of fact. It's self-aware, it's weird, and it breaks the fourth wall on occasions. It's basically Disney doing Saturday morning cartoons, but with bigger budget and a sharper script. You've got visual gags, absurd plot turns, running jokes that actually hit and manage to land. Kronk talks to squirrels, Yzma turns into a cat, and Kuzco literally stops the movie to complain about how he's being portrayed in the movie. None of it should work, and yet it does. Because every joke is rooted in character, not in randomness. And here's the wild part. It's still extremely funny.
Reason number 2. Look what I can do.
What? What does that have to do with anything?
No. He's got a point.
2 decades later, the comedy hasn't aged a day. I literally just rewatched it with my family, and I enjoyed every moment. It's really one of those ones that you can sit down at any time, no matter how long time has passed, and still find something to laugh about. And a lot of this comes from the characters themselves. The characters are where the movie really shines, starting with Kuzco. He is a self-centered, egotistical brat, but he's also magnetic. You can't look away from him, and David Spade's voice performance is so sharp and smug that even when Kuzco is being awful, he's entertaining and funny. Then there's Pacha, voiced by the always amazing John Goodman. He's the heart of the story. He is grounded, kind, and endlessly patient. The perfect foil to Kuzco's narcissism and self-absorption. And every movie, of course, needs a villain. And in this, we have Yzma, played by the late and great Eartha Kitt, who is pure camp perfection. She's dramatic, theatrical, and hilarious. She's what happens when a Disney villain forgets that they're supposed to be scary and just has a great time being the character. But in all honesty, the standout character out of all of them is Kronk, who's played by Patrick Warburton. His delivery, his theme, his music, his inner moral compass, literally fighting itself on his shoulders, is all iconic and memorable. Kronk is really just a comedic king throughout the film, and we really just don't deserve him.
Watch. It gets better. Oh, he's doing his own theme music? Big, dumb, and tone deaf. I am so glad I was unconscious for all of this.
Mission accomplished.
He really makes the movie and is a shining star in every scene that he's in. The cast is a huge reason why the characters work so well. David Spade brings that dry, sarcastic bite that makes Cousteau feel modern and relatable. John Goodman's warmth as Pacha grounds the film emotionally, and you can tell Eartha Kitt is having the time of her life as Yzma. This was a comeback moment for her, and she absolutely devoured it. And then, as we stated, there's Patrick Warburton as Crunk, who delivers his lines so deadpan and so genuine and brings so much chemistry to the role that there's literally electric in the air every time we see him. And even though most of the cast is never recorded in the same room, they all share so much chemistry that you can feel and see on screen. Now, what's wild about this movie is it's aged so much better than a lot of the Disney peers that have come and gone throughout the years. Now, I'm not talking about the ones that we'll always remember that have stayed with us since we were children, like Lion King or Beauty and the Beast or things like that. But I think the difference with this movie is it didn't tie itself to any trends or any of the normal things that Disney did when this movie was created. The movie isn't about pop culture or technology or big ideas that age poorly. It's about character-driven comedy, plain and simple. It's a cartoon that feels timeless because it was never trying to be trendy from the beginning. Also, it's a meme goldmine, to be honest with you. From pull the lever, Crunk, to no touchy.
No touchy.
These lines live rent-free in our heads, and it's for a good reason. It's endlessly quotable, and it's become a cult classic, a sleeper hit, the kind of movie that people discover or revisit and go, wait, this is incredible. Why didn't I realize this before? Or you could be like me and circle back to it as a family film just to get some good laughs and remind yourself that there was a time where Disney had the ability to crank out some secret hits. Now, at the end of the day, Emperor's New Groove is always going to be special because it balances complete absurdity with surprising amount of heart and relatability. Yes, it's a story about a spoiled emperor turned into a llama, but it's also a story about personal growth, friendship, and learning to care about others instead of just yourself. It didn't follow the Disney formula, and maybe that's exactly why it works. It wasn't afraid to be weird. It really wasn't trying to be the next Lion King. It just wanted to be itself and stand alone. And it's been doing that for years. It's become something unforgettable, rewatchable, and endlessly enjoyable. So yeah, maybe it doesn't get the credit it deserves for a lot of people, but to me, it is the best Disney movie ever, and I do think it should start climbing up everyone's list because it's just downright hilarious. And like I've stated multiple times, it wasn't afraid to break the mold. But I want to know what you guys think. Is Emperor's New Groove the best movie that Disney's ever made? Is it the weirdest? What outranks it on your guys' own list? Let me know your favorite moments in the movie and what is the most quotable moment to you. I appreciate you checking out this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Squeak, squeakity, squeak, squeak, squeak.